you can't really sit there and just hope that things will happen. You really need to implement it step by step. So I want to talk to you about how to start a credit repair business that really makes money from day one. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sir Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about how to start a credit repair business that really makes money from day one. The thing is, a lot of people talk about how to start a credit repair business, but I want to show you how to make money from day one, okay? And first thing, you need to do planning. Okay, so when we talk about planning, we are talking about advanced planning and operations. So there are two sides of this equations, okay? Let's talk about advanced planning. So you really need to have an idea of the startup and ongoing cost. How much is it going to cost you? In other words, everything depends on where you are located. It depends on the size of the business you want to start. This is really important. Who is your target market? You got to have an idea of who your potential customers are, okay? How much can you charge customers? And what would you name your business, okay? How much can you charge customers? Again, depends on your neighborhood, depends on the profile of the client, okay? So when we talk about startup costs, basically, depending on where you live in the country, you can probably budget anywhere from $500 to $10,000. Obviously, if you live in LA or in a big city in America, you can actually budget a larger amount. But it's really important to understand that the cost really depends on the kind of credit repair agency or business you want to open, okay? And most states require that all credit repair agencies obtain a surety bond. I will talk about that later on. And so the bond protects clients against any potential damages up to the bond's limit and costs between $200 and $300. So in some cases, it can go all the way to $500, okay? You also need to have a merchant account. You might have to have credit repair software, okay? This is not required, but it is recommended. Okay, so you have to think about all those things, okay, in terms of cost, okay, and you all have to think about the ongoing expenses for a credit repair agency. So we're talking about, so I just spoke to you about startup cost, but you got to think about ongoing costs. So we have insurance, surety bond, payroll, all that kind of stuff, and you got to have an idea of who your target market is, okay? Who is your target market? It's really important. Is it people who are between 24 and 65 years old? 24 and 45 years old? You got to have a clear idea of who your target audience is. This is really important because all your marketing efforts, all your operational efforts will be directed towards your target audience, okay? And how do you make money? You make money by charging fees. Okay, you can have a subscription fee, a flat fee, or you can charge per deletion, okay? And how much you can charge, again, depends on your target audience. But somewhere, based on our research, nationwide, you can expect $90 to $125 per month, okay? And but if you have a successful dispute, you can actually charge more, okay? And you can expect to earn anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000, okay? And it's all about where you live in the country. It's all about the strategy that you have in place, okay? It's really important. It's also important to think about operations. Okay, I was talking to you earlier by saying that you need to have advanced planning, but you got to think about operations. So when we talk about a credit repair business, we are talking about a business that is different. There are certain things you need to do. There are certain things you need to take care of, and make sure that so that you have a successful credit repair company. Okay, first you want to think about your EIN. It's very important. I don't care. I don't want you to establish a credit repair business as a sole proprietorship. Get out of here, man. Don't do that. Do not do it. If you're thinking about doing it, don't do it, okay? You want to establish yourself as a company, a legit company. Why? Because you want to preserve your personal assets. You want to cover your ass if something happens, okay? So you really don't want to have, you want to segregate, you want to separate, you want to divorce your personal affairs from your business affairs. This is really important, okay? So trying to get your EIN, your employer identification number, you go to the IRS website and it takes about 5-10 minutes and they'll give it to you. And you also need to think about the legal structure of your business. So when I talk about have a legit business, I mean you need to have a legal structure for your business. It can be an LLC, an LP, an S corp, a C corp, but it has to be a business. You need to forget about the sole proprietorship. You don't want that. You can be an independent contractor in any other type of business, but in the credit repair business, you need to have a separate entity. You need to register your credit repair agency for taxes. It's important at the state level and also at the federal level. You got to start paying taxes. This is compliance. Okay, those are things you need to do. There's no way about it. It's very important. You want to open a business bank account and get a credit card, a business credit card. What I'm trying to say here is you want to really do everything on behalf of the business so that everybody knows that you have an established business that is separately, that is a separate entity from your personal affairs. Okay. And you want to set up accounting for your credit repair business. It's important. So when we talk about setting up accounting, you can do it yourself if you have a knack for accounting matters, or if you have the resources, you can hire someone in-house, or you can outsource the whole thing, or you can even get a accounting software like QuickBooks, Wave, Xero, Expensify, and so on and so forth. And try to get the necessary permits and licenses that your credit repair agency needs. Okay, this will depend on your location, but this is really important. Okay, so point number 1, planning. Point number 2, the laws. And this is so critical, folks. You want to be sure to follow all applicable credit repair laws. And when we talk about credit repair, there are a lot of laws that you need to pay attention to, but there are actually 4 that I want to talk to you today. Okay, so first you have the CROA, what we call CROA. So this is the Credit Repair Organization Act. This is so critical. You cannot be in this business if you don't have an idea. I'm not asking you to, if you have an idea of this law, I'm not asking you to know the law by heart, but I'm just saying you need to really, really understand certain key takeaways. Okay, you are strictly forbidden from misleading your client about what services you offer, what services you will be performing, or falsely making guarantees that are not upheld. You must provide your client with a written contract which your client must sign. This contract must include a clause that allows the client to cancel the contract within 3 days. 3 days, boss, 3 days. You may not charge for any services in advance, okay? And so most credit repair companies will provide an initial consultation and credit report analysis and charge the clients, okay, before getting started. They can charge a fee once that work has been completed. So that's for CROA, okay? You also have bonds. This is the legal requirements number 2, bonds. So depending on your state, you may be required to obtain a surety bond, and a credit repair surety bond protects consumers, your customers, from any potential damage that can result from the actions of your credit repair business. So the amount of bond required varies from state to state, and some states do not require a bond at all. So a credit repair service surety bond will surely cost you in the range of $200 to $300, sometimes $500, depending on the bond amount. Okay, so this is important. This is really important. So being approved for a bond is not hard at all, folks, and requires you to fill out an application in addition to paying the what I just told you, the fee. Okay, so your application is based on your personal credit score, financial assets, tax liens, or other public records such as bankruptcies, how long you have been in business, and the amount of the bond. Okay, so once you fill out an application, the process is extremely quick and can sometimes be approved within 24 hours. Then you have licensing. Licensing is important. This is legal requirement number 3. So in general terms, a new business may need to apply for a license permit to open a business within the city limits. So please check with your authorities. And then you need to have registration. This is legal requirements number 4. Okay, so number 1, CRA. Number 2, bonds. Number 3, licensing. Number 4, registration. So based on our research, there are a couple of states that actually mandate registration, okay, but not all, okay? So please check your state's Department of Revenue for more information. So we have 25 states as of the date of this show that actually mandate registration. So you have California, Delaware, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. I want to quickly talk to you about software, folks. Are you still with me here? So I'm just talking to you about how to start a credit repair business that makes money from day one. You need to plan. Planning is really important. You need to know the laws. Number 3, the software. So automation and planning your work will be the best way for your online credit repair business to start and grow at your own pace. Okay. You can also have a brick and mortar location, not a problem, but you really want to have software because software is going to make you very productive. So it's really important. So you have so you want to have automation so that customers can fill out a form. And for instance, if you have to send repetitive emails such as, let's say, introduction campaigns, drip campaigns, and service updates, audits, and tagging of negative credit report line items, sending of dispute letters to credit bureaus, customer service management, and during and after services are rendered. So you do have a constellation of services that need automation, okay? And please, don't try to do things manually yourself. Don't tell me, hey, listen, I'm by myself. This is a new business, whatever. No. You're gonna waste a lot of time. So you will ensure a scalable at-home business with the use of applicable software. It's really important. So using a business credit repair software platform is crucial to your success in this business, okay? And so this software will allow you to maximize efficiency, achieve faster and better results for your clients, all while spending less time each month on manual tests. Really important, okay? So when we talk about onboarding clients, creating and sending dispute letters to credit bureaus and furnishers, all that kind of stuff, you want to automate it. Really important. And so you want to get software that automates all of the following: keeping track of your client's list along with their personal information and documents, importing your client's credit report with the one click, identifying negative items on the credit report such as collections, inquiries, late payments, bankruptcies, automatically generating ready-to-send dispute letters, complete with addresses for the credit bureau or furnisher such as collection agencies, banks, or creditors, sending those letters via USPS certified or standard mail with a click of a button, okay? No download, printing, or stuffing envelopes required on your part. So this is really important to have this, okay? So when we talk about the best credit repair software, you want to think about Credit Repair Cloud. In our view, this is the best overall. You have Experian Boost. This is actually the cheapest and the best for combining products and services. You have Dispute B, which is great for disputes. You have Score CEO, which is great for small businesses. You have Turn Score. They have the best educational resources in our view. You have Credit Detailer. They have the best automated services. And you have Credit Repair Magic. And this is the best up-to-date software. Let's talk about strategies, folks. We are still here having a conversation about how to start a winning, a profitable credit repair business, okay, from day one, make money from day one. So it's important for you to have strategies in place that get removals and deletions for your clients. In other words, this is your bread and butter. This is what's going to help you actually establish yourself in the community, establish yourself in the industry, okay? So this is one of the most important part of your credit repair business. Your clients are paying you in order for you to successfully get inaccurate negative information removed from the credit report, okay? You'll need to make sure you are using the most effective strategies that will result in the highest rate of deletions for your clients. And so this is really important. So this will actually ensure that you're thinking about customer satisfaction, okay? Think about people are happy that you do the job, and potentially results in your clients referring more customers to your business. So there are a lot of strategies, but we believe that you need to think about this 5 strategies in terms of removing, or in terms of getting removals and deletions for your clients. Strategy number 1, initial credit freeze. You can think about that. So as soon as you get a new client and receive access to the credit report, you likely want to use the credit, and you want to pay attention to see what's going on exactly. You can freeze a credit, okay? Freezing the client's credit with the bureaus will ensure that nobody can receive access to your client's credit information. Strategy number 2, you want to remove old and outdated addresses. So this is really good because so as soon as the client signs up, folks, you want to remove any old and outdated addresses from their credit reports, okay? Sometimes old charge-off and collection accounts can be tied directly to these old addresses, so removing them from your client's credit report can make it more difficult for these accounts to be verified. Strategy number 3, disputing collections and charge-off accounts, okay? So one of the most common negative items that your clients will inevitably have on their credit reports are collections and charge-offs. So disputing these items usually relies on leveraging laws such as the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? Very important. Strategy number 4, disputing inquiries. So this will actually help you. So basically, how do you do this? You will try to disprove a factual record of access. You can prove or claim identity theft. You can prove a lack of permissible purposes. A lack of permissible purpose. What I'm trying to say here is that the list goes on, but it depends on the clients, okay? And that's strategy number 5, disputing other information. So as you become more comfortable with credit reports and the type of negative information that is you can find on them, you'll be able to start disputing an even wider variety of information for your clients. Really good. Next, you want to think about customers, folks. They are the one paying you, so you better have a clear idea of who your customers are, okay? You want to acquire customers with a good pitch and great skills. What I'm trying to say here is that I don't care how good your credit repair business is or the idea is, if you're not able to actually translate your passion, your ambition into a clear pitch, you cannot win, okay? And when we talk about a good pitch, we're talking about a pitch that starts with an agreement. So you want to ask and listen to your client's goals. You need to understand exactly what they hire you for. Okay, you want to test the waters with a soft close. This means you want to ask low impact questions that get your clients in the mind frame to say yes to your services, okay? Highlight your offerings, services, perks, the benefits to show that your credit repair business is better than others in your space. Then be sure that to make sure that you are working on an agreed upon time frame and budget. Okay, really important. And then you ask for the sale and get the process started. And when we talk about having a credit repair business strategy, please, it's important for you to, if you want to be profitable, you got to think about sales. It's important, but you also have to think about operational cost. I'm talking about your basic operations, your sales strategies, your outreach initiatives, your finance and business structure. This is the foundation of your business, okay? And target your audience. You have to be clear. You have to be clear and be where your target audience is, okay? Is your target audience females between 23 and 45, or males between 38 and 63? Are they professionals? Are they unemployed? Whatever it is, you know your target audience better than anybody else, okay? So your goal, your task, your homework now is to deliver exactly what they want to hear, what your target audience want to hear, okay? And you want to set your pricing structure for credit repair. And it depends, your pricing structure will depend on your clientele, okay? But when we talk about pricing structure, there are 3 types. You have flat fee pricing, you have per deletion fee, you have subscription structure. So flat fee pricing, per deletion pricing, subscription pricing. And it's all about, you can use one or two or use all 3 of them at once. And some people even charge a one-time startup charge. In other words, you're able to get money right off the bat. This is really important, okay? And you also have to think about payment processing for a credit repair. This is a high risk. So to run a functioning business, you need to be able to accept digital payments. And most people prefer to pay with a credit or debit card when dealing with companies such as yours. But without a merchant account, you'll be unable to offer what customers want. So this ends up being a detriment to your credit repair business. Please make sure that you have a merchant account. You have a payment processing account. This is really important. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sort of Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about how to start a credit repair business and make money from day one. And I want to talk to you now about monetization. I just mentioned it earlier, but I really think it's important to understand, how do you make money, boss? How do you make money if you open such a business? First, you can charge for an initial consultation. Okay, you can actually start charging when you draft a client contract. And please make sure that the documents complies with the Credit Repair Organization Act, what I just told you earlier, the CROA, really important. And the contract needs to be signed before you can begin providing credit repair services to your clients. And you can charge something called the first work fee. And you can also have a monthly dispute cycle fee. Okay, so you kind of have so you have an amount right off the bat. You make money from the start, but you also have a continual. You have a recurrent fee. Okay, and so and it's important that you set up client billing and invoicing. I just said that before, but it's important because you want to get your money right away. So you need to have a payment gateway. This is important. Okay, so your payment gateway will serve as the entity that securely receives the credit card and customer information and sends it to your merchant account for processing. The second thing you'll need is a merchant account. So this serves as the entity that works directly with the acquiring bank in order to process each credit card payments and deposit the amount directly into your own business checking account. And the final thing you'll need is a recurrent billing system for you to easily view, manage, and control all of your billing. Okay, so this systems also automatically handle billing and invoicing your customers each month so that there's no need for you to do it. So here are some providers that we recommend for each step that I just said to you. So we have Payment Gateway. For Payment Gateway, we are actually recommending Authorize.net. For merchant accounts, we recommend Payment Cloud. For the recurring billing software, we recommend Recurly. Okay, so this is actually, if you have those three elements, you actually have a strong foundation for your business. Okay, and what's really important to understand is that you want to have software that is very easy to use, and if you have the right software, the software will integrate very well with Authorize.net, Payment Cloud, and Recurly. Very important. Let's talk finally about management, folks. So when we talk about how to set up a credit repair business that makes money from day one, you need to manage the company, right? This is important. I mean, how do you make sure that your business is booming? How to make sure you make money from day one, boss? Talk to me about those things. So there are three things. You have planning, you have a website, and you have CPE. CPE means continuing professional education. So planning is important. So you want to streamline your credit repair business plan. You got to have a business plan, okay? You want to listen to your clients' wants and offer a time frame. You want to get your client's credit report. You want to have a complete consultation based on their report. You need to execute a full credit repair audit. You need to make a plan with a list of the most important fixes. And you need to have post-plan support and recommendations. So when you think about planning, you got to have a business plan that incorporates all the actions and the strategies you'll be taking on behalf of the clients. And a business plan is also good because it actually materializes. It also puts on paper your ideas about where the business will be in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, or whatnot. Okay, it's really important. And you need to have a website. You need to have a website for your credit repair business. This is really important because you want to have branding. You want your customers to trust you because your website should look professional, friendly, and establish confidence in your company and brand, right? And the website should also be able to capture leads and new customer registration so that you can follow up with them through email or phone. So really, really important. We have covered this show on this content on other shows, but it's important, okay? And you can also you can link to your website a social media strategy. So your presence on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it, whatever your potential clientele is. Also think about CPE, continuing professional education. You need to continue to learn and grow, folks. Okay, so in this business, you gotta really learn all the time. You can watch online training sessions attend trade shows, introduce yourself to other credit repair business owners, or subscribe to industry blogs. You gotta be in it to win it. You gotta be in the game. All right, really, really important. And this is a lifelong thing. Again, we are working in a credit repair business. It is a heavily regulated business. Okay, so you constantly have to keep abreast of what's really going on. You can't be like, listen, I've been in the industry for 30 years. I believe I know everything. No, you don't, because laws change all the time. So you better be ready to know what's really going on. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about how to start a credit repair business and make money from day one. So you got to plan. So planning is important. In planning, you have advanced planning and operations. Number 2, laws, really important. The CROA, bonds, licensing and registration. Number 3, software. Number 4, strategies. Number 5, customers. Number 6, monetization, really important. Number 7, management. So we're talking about planning the business, having a website and all the branding that goes with it. And the third element, CPE, continuing professional education. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.